Hey guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. And for those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. This is the December Earth sign Tarotscopes for the end of the year, for the month of December. If you have a sun, moon, or rising in any of these signs, you may want to watch these readings. They are broad spectrum. So I kind of speak in broad terms about sort of where the energy is at in the month of December for the different signs. I'm going to start with Capricorn because we're at the end of we're finishing out the year. We're at the end of the zodiac wheel. So we start with Capricorn, then going into Taurus, and then into Virgo. So let's see what's going on for Capricorn, sun, moon, or rising for the month of December. These will be quick and dirty. What I mean by quick and dirty is I just throw out all the cards and kind of give you an overview instead of doing separate readings for each and every sign. I'm trying to cut down the timing of these a little bit because it's a lot of, like, some of my previous sign readings have been, 20 to 40 minutes on just one sign at a time. And with 12 signs, that's a lot of work at the end of the month. So quick and dirty means I just throw it to you the way I see it, call it out, boom, boom, boom. If it relates, take it. If it doesn't, that's okay too. You may not, you might be working on something different. It could also be your other planets at work. So just keep that in mind. So what does Capricorn need to know? Sun, moon, or rising? Let's see what's going on with Cap. Crazy Cap. Okay. All right, so in your center, we have Queen of Pentacles. Wow, Capricorn, nice way to start off. Earth sign, earth energy, get it? Balanced all on the sun. Talk about a motivator from the past, but still nonetheless a motivator. Four of Pentacles is in the spirit space, so our mind is on our money and our money is on our mind, but that's where Capricorn really likes to be oftentimes. That four feels a little bit rigid up there. Like, I want to say dare to dream, Capricorn, but there's this part of you that's intrinsic to you that, like, maybe being frugal, safe, or precautious, maybe that's something you're going to deal with this December. We'll see. Let's look at the outside influences. We have the Three of Cups. Let's get that party on, Capricorn. And we have the Eight of Swords. So we have this idea where we can be, and what I'm seeing here is I'm going to say this. This connects to this. This connects to this. And the reason why I say that is I feel restraint here and restraint here, and I feel openness and openness. Does that make sense? Here in the center is a mixture of both to me. The Queen of Pentacles, she's going to be in touch with her emotions. She's going to be sort of a compassionate provider, right? Which is kind of who Capricorn, like the role that you like to take. So that being your center, you should feel quite comfortable this month. But will everything around you feel comfortable? That I don't know. With the Eight of Swords, there's oftentimes this feeling of being stuck or things not moving in our way, in a way that we would like. And I kind of feel like there's two different options here. We can go the route of the Three of Cups, where we embrace things, celebrate things, enjoy our. Could also be, other ways of looking at things. Are we looking at something through a too rigid or fearful place? And the reason why I show us, like, Capricorn, like, you've got so much going on for you. Why not ask for a little bit more? Why not create a little bit more? And the reason why I say that is the Sun card down here in the foundation. That's Leo energy. But it is like this sort of life-giving, exuberant, energized vibe underneath. And it feels like that Four of Pentacles is in almost, like, I don't want to say conflict, but like the plans that you had, are you staying on course with them, Capricorn? Or have you limited them? Have you started to tell yourself, no, I can't really do that. No, that's not possible. The Queen of Pentacles is a card of possibility, I think, and a card of creation. But that Four of Pentacles makes me feel like, are we telling ourselves, no, today it's just not possible? Or are we fighting against some sort of self-undoing, some sort of limited thinking, some sort of, how do I want to put this? Like, it almost has a feeling of like, no, I can't go after the big thing because that just wouldn't be right of me, or that wouldn't be maybe socially acceptable or the correct thing to do. Fuck correct. Capricorn. I mean, I know you guys like to do the right thing for the right reasons all the time and all of that sort of stuff, but I feel like in this case scenario, like celebrate a little bit, have some fun, be energized, be exuberant, be excited. The queen gets to choose how and where she creates from. And we don't want to create from sort of that Eight of Swords, which is that limitation or feeling stuck. Now, if things throw up in our way, like these situations, people that want to jump in our way and be like, no, not today, Satan, be like, you know what? Step off. I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to create from a place of enjoyment. You can still stay stable. I think that there's an importance of that Four of Pentacles with stability for you this month, right? But you don't want that need for stability or what's the word I'm looking for? Familiarity to new, exciting, or unknown, right? And I feel like new relations, new interactions, that sort of stuff could come out of the excitement of that Three of Cups. There could be a lot of opportunities to get together socially this month. Choose to do that than hide in the house, Capricorn. That Eight of Swords says to me that, you know, part of us could want to go into this depressive state of maybe just like, I'm hearing that song, I've been working on the railroad all the live long day. Like, to me, that's the Four of Pentacles energy. I'm in your spirit space. Don't let that be your mantra. Like, if anything, work so that you can live this month rather than living so that you can work. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. That sun down below you from the past says to me that there was a period in the past where you got inspired or you had that drive, that energy. Try and drum that up within you this month. Try and let that be your guide and be what motivates you rather than getting caught up in the frustrations of situations that may want to try and limit you or not. For Capricorn for this month, okay, so I'm not worried about expansion at all. We have the Ace of Cups. New beginnings. We're talking about end of the month. We're talking about emotional overflow. We're talking about feeling good, feeling sort of like right where we need to be heading into 2022. I feel like there's a pleasure. We have this Three of Cups here. This says to me that the Capricorns probably chose this route or chose to steer themselves more towards the positivity rather than maybe say the negativity. That you're going to experience a little bit of both with that Eight of Swords, Three of Cups dichotomy happening around you, but don't let that limitation of the Eight of Swords bring you into that what's the word, like sometimes that overly practical mindset that you guys have is great for making money and showing up and being stalwarts and plugging along, but don't let it take you to that place of like sort of bummer, depression, stuck. And I don't think that you will, because the Ace of Cups is definitely free flowing, new emotions. There could even be new love out there for some of you guys by the month's end, or new relationships, new opportunities that you definitely feel far more emotionally connected to than what maybe you've had in the past. That's possibly that desire coming out of the sun there. It's like sort of the sun, to me in this reading, put those rays of light onto an idea that is now about to potentially be born, depending on how quickly Capricorn can allow it to have the freedom to grow. Does that make sense? And we allow it to have the freedom to grow through that Three of Cups rejoicing energy, right? Through that joy, that experience of beauty, and focusing on those things. Ultimately, the Four of Pentacles, we can stay grounded and frugal is not the right word, but like we can stay grounded and in our power, but we don't want to limit ourselves. Just keep that in mind this month, okay? All right, that is Capricorn for you guys for the month of December. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it makes sense. It looks like good endings for you guys. I'll also say too, Capricorn, for that ending, it's Ace of Cups, which is a complementary energy. Water is complementary to Earth, so I like that as your end card too. Now, the next Earth sign we've got coming in is Taurus. So let's see what's going on with Taurus. Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. I love me some Taurians. Stubborn little bastards that you are. You're sexy. I love you, Tauruses. So let's see what Taurus needs to know. Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus for December of 2021. Come on, Taurus. All right, so Taurus is centered at Seven of Swords. Not a great center to start off with. Let's just see what's going on. It's, you know, not a fun card. We've got the Queen of Wands as the foundation. Interesting because we've got that fire down in the foundation, similar to the Sun card. On a lesser scale, but still a big energy. We've got the Seven of Cups up in the spirit space, a bit of confusion, indecision, Taurus. And that it would make sense too with that Seven of Swords in the center position. This is not, let's just say this is sort of like a unclear month, is how I best want to put this for right now. Let me get into the outside influences. We have the Knight of Cups, not a bad card to have as an outside influence. And we have the Hermit, but it's upside down. So I'm gonna leave it there for a minute because I did do the inversions of the other readings for fire signs. Hermit is represented by Virgo energy. I just sort of feel like something is not right for my Taurians, and it's not under our control, if that makes sense. And I'll say this. My Tauruses like to have control, not in a bad way, not in like a sort of a, you know, overpowering way. I just feel like you guys like everything to be normal and well taken care of and moving forward in a good way. What I do feel like is that turtle with the Knight of Cups. I don't know why, but I sort of feel like I almost want to say at the beginning of the month, you're going to feel turned upside down. Like that Hermit card, it's going to take some deep soul searching on your part, Taurus, to figure some things out this month about the people in your camp or the people that you deal with, the people that maybe you care about. This could be friends, loved ones, co-workers. They are maybe not necessarily being honest with you. You may be aware of this or you may be sensing it. It's not a really... It doesn't sit well with you. Let's just say that. And it doesn't sit well with you at a very deep level. That's the Seven of Cups up in the spirit space. The awareness of this, this, you know, potential betrayal or manipulation is causing you deep distress emotionally, is my feeling. The Queen of Wands, I feel like this is all about, I almost feel like she set this about. Like this, that's your foundation, right? I feel like you wanted this to come about, even if it's painful for you right now. Like I feel like she has this, Queen of Wands traditionally has a connection to sort of the other side or the spirit realm, right? And I feel like somewhere in the past, you got a heavy hit or indication as to something not being right. And maybe you didn't listen to that. Maybe you tried to give grace to something that didn't deserve it, or give attention or more time to something to make right, and it didn't. And so now you're really sort of seeing not the error of that way, but the obviousness of how undeniable that is this month. You're feeling that through the Seven of Swords. You're feeling that kind of like it's almost forcing you to look at it at this point. And ultimately, even though it's uncomfortable, Taurus, I feel like this is where you want to be, where you need to be, and it's exactly how it's supposed to be. Because that Queen of Wands to me feels so self-assured. Like she feels exactly like, I almost feel like there's a smugness on her face in the sense that somewhere deep inside of my Tauruses, you know you need this change or this awareness, even if it's uncomfortable, right? And so you set about almost creating this in a way. Now, the Hermit being upside down like that says to me that it's going to be through sort of maybe hard situations difficult situations that ultimately sort of teach you or you'll learn from. And the Knight of Cups to me feels, honestly, it feels like that's you, Taurus, moving away from all of this by the month's end. I don't necessarily usually get a timing on these two cards, but I feel like this is early in the month and this is later in the month. I feel like this is, like this turtle to me feels like Taurus moving away from whatever the drama is after maybe getting sucked in, right? The Hermit is that sort of sucked in or pulled under, enveloped in all of this goofiness or fuckery, you know? And so it's time to get your way out of there. The Queen of Wands will get you out of there, but she also sets you up for going in there, right? I just uprighted all the deck because I'm tired of looking at inversions, but I'm going to just shuffle really quick for your outcome just because I uprighted the whole deck. So Taurus, what is going on? What is the outcome for Taurus? The outcome is the Knight of Wands. Not bothered by that. It is fire. It is that Queen of Wands that sort of set this all in motion. There's a part of you, I don't, how do I want to put my finger on this? I feel like there was a part of you that knew you needed this change and you denied it. Or there was a part of you, there was an incident or a moment, a thought, intuition, whatever it was in the past that sort of set off the chain of events that now you're in this place where it's undeniable. You can't avoid it any longer. You're going to have to deal with the fallout from this experience. Are you going to be okay? Yes, ultimately you'll be okay. You have that Knight of Cups sort of, to me, feeling like Knight of Cups is oftentimes a romantic card, but to me it's a card of care here. I feel like there is moments towards the end of the month where you can care for yourself enough to remove yourself with love and compassion from whatever this fuckery is. It leads you to this place of the Knight of Wands, which is a more dynamic energy, right? It's more driven, a little bit more passionate. But to me, it's passionate in the sense of maybe wanting to get the heck out of here or get away from whatever this once was. And understanding that, okay, this does serve some sort of a purpose, right? Like maybe there's this connection between that knight and that queen, the way that he's pouncing back towards her, where it's like it's a full circle moment maybe for Taurus, where you start to realize like, oh, I did see this back then. I did kind of have an understanding and awareness of that. And you can maybe embrace that or own that and be okay with that as you move forward into 2022 and away from the confusion and the upheaval that you're experiencing in the month of December. I hope that makes sense. That is your Taurus reading. Let's get into Virgo. We're going quick, guys. Let's see what's going on with Virgo for Sun, Moon, and Rising for the month of December. What does Virgo need to know? Okay, Virgo, here we go. We've got the moon in the center. Interesting. Who had the moon in the center? One of the fire signs had the moon inverted. I can't remember which one it was, but there was center was the moon too. I feel like it was Leo. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, shit. Okay. All up for grabs. We have the Queen of Pentacles in the spirit space. So you're going to be okay, Virgo. You just need to trust that. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Patience. Understanding it may not be time to harvest just yet. And we have death. Oh, shit, Virgo. Big month for Virgo. The reason why I say that is we've got three major arcana happening in this section here. We've got the moon, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, and we've got death. There's a lot of patience required in this month for Virgo, I feel like. The moon represents oftentimes our intuition, it can be confusion, it can be overly emotional, it can be a little bit like getting caught up in those swirl and whirl of things, right? The Wheel of Fortune being the foundation does say that ultimately I feel like things will turn out all right in the end, but you there was somewhere in the past where, you know, this is part of the bigger master plan. However, these shifts and this confusion you might be experiencing right now, or the emotionality that you might be feeling right now, is all part of this bigger sort of path that you were set upon further back, right? And ultimately, you have to trust that path, even if that path doesn't completely make sense. The moon isn't out to harm you or worry you. It's just kind of, it's there to guide you, but you have to be paying attention to the more subtle voices that come with the moon. Those are the, you know, yes, there might be emotions and all of that, but you have to kind of listen to all of that and allow it to be your guide this month. Even if it seems somewhat confusing. Now, with the Queen of Pentacles in your spirit space, I'm not mad at this. Your spirit feels strong to me, and it is Queen of Pentacles, right? She's that emotions and that earth, right? She's complementary to the earth sign that is Virgo. So I like that she's in your spirit space. She's a master creator. She's also a master caregiver. This is an opportunity for you to raise or rise into your higher self and give yourself the self-care that you need while you make these sort of confusing and emotional transitions this month, all in part of the greater master plan. Okay. The Seven of Pentacles is always about patience prior to harvest, hard work and dedication, which is not something that Virgo's unfamiliar with, but it can be a little bit frustrating when we have these bigger major arcana energies at the forefront and we want to, you know, get in there and maybe push things a certain direction. Don't, Virgo, let it unfold in front of you. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting, especially with that Wheel of Fortune down below. And that Queen of Pentacles, she's surrounded by all of these flowers which are blooming. So try and see the bigger picture. Yes, you can create. Yes, there's opportunities and all of that. This may not be the month for that. Try and stay stable and grounded in who you are and what you're capable of, and understand that that is your truth and you can make it through this. Now, the other thing is the outside influence is death. This is Scorpio energy. Scorpio energy is not necessarily conflicting with Virgo. It's a water sign, so it's actually a beneficial experience, although it's rather extreme. Let's just say that. Death is the inevitable. Death could mean endings for you this month in big ways. If there's an ending of a job, ending of a relationship, ultimately it's transformative. But the thing is I like that we have the Seven of Pentacles on the other side, which requires us to like stay in our lane, be patient, look at the smaller, not the smaller details, but look at what's right in front of you and handle that right now, rather than the larger, bigger picture. The changes that are afoot could feel scary this month or transformative, but that's okay. They're supposed to. That's because this wheel is spinning in the background. And the Queen of Pentacles will guide you through this time, hopefully in a way that feels safe and caring and nurturing and all of that, as long as you can rise up to that higher part of yourself and understand that I too can survive this. I too can even excel within this, right? It may feel hard, but you can do it, Virgo. Now, your outcome card is the Three of Cups. So ending out the month, Cups is complementary to Virgo energy. So I'm okay with that. I think that's great. And the Three of Cups is honestly a card of celebration. Things will feel right in the end. They may not feel right now or through the beginning of the month and even the middle of the month. There could be some major upheaval. But again, staying in our lane and staying patient, trusting in our own skill and the universe around us, right? Because that's this Wheel of Fortune card is the foundation. Trusting the greater master plan and knowing that we within that plan, although it might feel a little bit topsy-turvy right now, as long as we stay in our lane and just follow it through and have that faith, we will be brought through to the other side of the tunnel. And the Three of Cups is there waiting for us. There's an opportunity for celebration, for joy, for reconnection, and to begin out the new year in a very positive, uplifted space and outlook, okay? So that is your December forecast, Virgo. Expect major changes, but don't be frightened by them. You probably are going to be with that moon in the center just because emotionally there might be some stuff that you're attached to. But as you let it go, you're going to find that you're going to be better off and freer because of it. It's like, to me, it's like feeling like you're cutting away almost the dead, no pun intended with the death card, but you're cutting away the dead weight this month. And by, month's end, you'll probably find that Three of Cups is like an out breath, right? Instead of that tension that you're carrying or that you've been carrying. It's that out breath, is that sigh of relief, that ability to exhale and relax. So know that that's coming. Know that this energy is intense for you this month, and know that you're capable of handling it. Just keep your focus on what is manageable and the things that you know how to do with your eyes shut, right? That's that Seven of Pentacles energy. Those are those experiences around us that, we know that, like, through patience and dedication and the right, attention, we can make miracles happen or grow, make lemonade out of lemons. That's kind of how I'm going to try and come back and do the air signs maybe later today. If I can get all 12 done today, that'll be great. But I am going to take a break in between, shift my energy and all of that, and come back and it'll go, if I do get the airs done today in like an hour or so, it'll be Aquarius, then Gemini, then Libra. All right, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please hit the thumbs up button, leave a question or comment. Share this video out with any of your Virgo or Earth sign friends. And please subscribe to the channel. And I look forward to seeing you guys next month. And have a wonderful December. All right, take care. Bye-bye.